I don't know about you, but I often struggle with the amount of cables that I have to deal with and charging pads, etc., to charge all of my devices every day. Let's be honest, you probably have your phone and maybe an Apple Watch or other smartwatch, and then you have your earbuds of choice, and you need to make sure they're charged every day, because otherwise you're not going to have your music on your commute, or your phone's going to be dead, and your life obviously turned upside down as a result. Certainly know mine is. And yeah, it's just all a bit of a faff, if we're honest. The ChargeTree Swing by STM, which stands for Smarter Than Most, which is an Australian brand, they've kind of tried to combat this. Specifically, this is designed to charge all your Apple devices, so your Apple Watch, your iPhone, and your AirPods even, or AirPods Pro, without having to have more than a single cable coming from your place where you're charging them, and without having to worry about whether they're all going to be fully charged first thing in the morning. So how it works is it has 3 charging pads. You have the front charging pad, which will output up to 15 watts. Then you have a charging pad on the bottom, which is for your AirPods or earbuds of choice. That'll output up to 5 watts. And then, hence the name ChargeTree Swing, you have a swing out area for your Apple Watch, so you can charge that too, and that will output up to 3 watts. All in all, this is a pretty small, pretty light package that will make sure that your devices are charged fully in the morning without having to mess around with the amount of cables. Now, you might have seen my review of the ChargeTree Go. That's essentially the same concept, but a portable version that folds flat. So if you are looking for something that's easier to take around, perhaps check that review out, which I've linked above. But if you want something for your bedside locker, for instance, next to the bed, this is a really good solution. So first off, let's pop the phone on here. So I'm going to pop it on here, and should start charging pretty much immediately, which it has. I'm using a USB-C cable, which actually gives me the output from the charger, so I'll be able to tell you how much we're at, but it does take a little time to normalize, which is completely normal, so I'll fill you in as we go. Currently, it's pulling around 5 watts or so, which is what I have seen when I have it in its case. But if I take the case off, should get a slightly better charge. There we are. Make sure it's nicely centered. Making sure your device is centered on a charging pad is really important, by the way. It will hugely impact the speed at which your device can charge. And now it's starting to sit at around 7-8 watts. Let's add a completely empty Apple Watch Series 4 to it. And now we're jumping up to 8-9 watts. And last but not least, I have my Jabra Evolve 2 buds, which I've also recently reviewed. So if you're in the market for a set of earbuds that can do everything in terms of conference calls, plus active noise cancellation for commutes, etc., check these out. But I'm going to put these on the charging pad on the back. And we'll just make sure we can see the LED so they'll know that they're charging. There we go, that's come on as well. And now we're sitting at close to 15 watts. So I have all 3 devices charging without any issues on this single ChargeTree Swing, coming from a single cable. Now in this case I have them attached to the Anker PowerCore 10 Elite 26K. The point is this can output up to 60 watts, which is important because STM say that you should have the minimum of a 20-watt charger attached to this. So if you were going to use a low-powered wall plug, you definitely want to make sure you have something slightly newer and better to ensure you can get the most out of this, because it will limit the amount you charge by if you have a bad quality charger that doesn't have enough output, or it just won't work at all. Also, something that you want to keep in mind is that some devices, such as the smaller iPhone mini, might need to be raised slightly higher on this charging pad. And they give you this little rubber tool here, which if we put it on the front, still allows you to see the lights, but I'll put my phone on here. It will continue to charge, but it will charge those smaller phones too. Now, although this is marketed towards Apple users because you have the Apple Watch charger, the fact of the matter is both the front charging pad and the QI pad at the back are pretty much standard. So as long as the device fits, it'll charge. And it has wireless charging, obviously. So that's something to bear in mind. Now, obviously, my iPhone is not charging because this is not designed to sit higher up. So if I just pop it back on, now it's charging again, which is great. The other thing I want to mention is the lights at the bottom. Now, the lights at the bottom will indicate whether your device is charging or not. If it's a solid white light, the device is charging, and if it's flashing white, it doesn't have a good connection, you might need to reposition it. That's really useful if you're using it at night and want to guarantee your devices are actually going to charge in the morning. In my case, I was really worried when I first plugged it in because I thought, oh, this is throwing out a lot of light, and I'm incredibly light sensitive when I go to sleep. So I was like, this is going to be a problem. And I was getting ready to unplug it and just go back to my old ways, and then all the lights went out. And the fact is that after 30 seconds or so, these lights go out, and I'm so pleased. There's no standby light or anything, complete darkness. And that is the perfect way of implementing this. As long as all the devices are correctly placed on this pad, the lights go out after about 30 seconds, and you don't need to worry about it. Great implementation from the company. I'm really pleased because, as I said, if you're light sensitive, this is the charging pad for you. I've had a few, some with similar designs being able to charge multiple devices, and all of them have a standby light that just stays on constantly when it's charging, and I cannot stand it. So yeah, as long as you have a secure connection, the lights turn solid, wait 30 seconds, and they'll go out. You don't need to worry about it. Build quality feels good. It feels pretty solid. I like the fact that there's a soft touch rubber on the charging pad, so you're not going to scratch anything, which is always nice. It also has perforations in the back to ensure the heat can get away, because again, if you're charging this many devices wirelessly, you are going to get heat, especially from the phone pads. It's good that they thought that through. Now, in terms of price, you can find them on Amazon for £40 to £50. There's a black version and this white version. I really do prefer the white for next to my bed, just looks a bit different. But yeah, it's not a bad price point, and I think that this kind of thing's really useful. If you do want one that you can travel about with, do check out that ChargeTree Go, which I've linked in the description below, as well as the link you had at the start of the video, because that folds completely flat and will allow you to take it away with you if you're traveling much easier, and it has the exact same charging rates as this, so that's definitely something to consider. Hopefully you found this video useful. If you have any questions about the ChargeTree Swing, pop them in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, do subscribe, as it really does help me out. Thank you very much for watching. I do hope I see you again next time. Goodbye.